So, everybody, I recently have started listening to a lot of Malcolm X, a lot of things Martin Luther King said about, politics and, all that stuff. And some things that Malcolm X said, they never have put in the freaking history books. They left up, see, this what Malcolm X said is some things that Black History Month will not express. He talks about Democrats. He's talking about Republicans. He said he's not a Democrat. He's not a Republican, and he's more of an extremist. Now, yes, Malcolm X may be an extremist in a lot of things. He's a black. He's a black nationalist. Black nationalists are supposed to bring everything together and something like that. Because white nationalists would try to tear everything apart. I won't say that's actually the case, but with both these things, you're putting one race over another. That's what it actually comes down to. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because there are a lot of people still believing that the Democrats actually care about Black Americans, which they don't. And they keep on spreading these lies around that Black people Democrats have always been for Black people. Like, you got CNN, you got MSNBC, you got freaking ABC, CBS News keep on spreading around that Democrats actually care about Black people. They care about the minority class, and they don't. Now, here's why. Okay, Black History Month is coming. It's next month. Here are some things that Black History Month or the Democrats themselves, they will talk about Martin Luther King, but they will not talk about Malcolm X. Here is something that Malcolm X said, according to Democrats and Republicans, but you never see it on a Black History Month plaque. Let's go and watch it together. Or hear it together.
Any minority that has a block of votes that stick together is in a strategic position. Either way you go, that's who gets it. You're in a position to determine who go to the White House and who stay in the doghouse. You're the one who has that power. You can keep Johnson in Washington, D.C., or you can send him back to his Texas cotton patch. You're the one who sent Kennedy to Washington. You're the one who put the present Democratic administration in Washington, D.C. The whites were evenly divided. It was the fact that you threw 80% of your votes behind the Democrats that put the Democrats in the White House. When you see this, you can see that the Negro vote is the key factor. And despite the fact that you are in a position to be the determining factor, what do you get out of it? The Democrats have been in Washington, D.C. only because of the Negro vote. They've been down there 4 years. And all other legislation they wanted to bring up, they brought it up and gotten it out of the way, and now they bring up you. And now they bring up you. You put them first and they put you last. Because you're a chump. A political chump. In Washington, D.C., in the House of Representatives, there are 257 who are Democrats. Only 177 are Republican. In the Senate, there are 67 Democrats. Only 33 are Republicans. The party that you bash controls 2/3 of the House of Representatives and the Senate, and still they can't keep their promise to you, because you're a chump. Anytime you throw your weight behind a political party that controls 2/3 of the government, and that party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you're dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party, you're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race. And what kind of alibi do they come up with? They try and pass the buck to the Dixiecrats. Now, back during the days when you were blind, deaf, and dumb, ignorant, politically immature, naturally you went along with that. But today, as your eyes come open and you develop political maturity, you're able to see and think for yourself. And you can see that a Dixiecrat is nothing but a Democrat in disguise.
So what Malcolm X said right there, he was absolutely right. We put all these votes, the majority, over 80% of us put our votes into this one party. And what has changed throughout the past 20 years? Nothing, absolutely nothing. The Democrats refuse to do a actual police reform. They refuse to actually do anything about black communities. It took Black Lives Matter in them raising $10 billion for the Democrats. But what are they actually doing with that money? See, people may not believe me when I say that, but if you actually look at the website of Black Lives Matter and go to donate money, you will see that the money goes to a website called Act Blue, and Act Blue is a Democrat website for donations. So Black Lives Matter ended up raising all that money for Democrats. Democrats got that money now. I'm pretty sure black people ain't never gonna go see that money going to their own communities. But let me tell you, and why is that? Because they have been lying to us for the past over 40 years now, and probably even more. They've been lying to us. This speech was back in 1964, when a lot of people was still deciding to choose. Hey, which party would be better for me? Which party would be better for me? Turns out Malcolm X called out both parties, but he called out the Democrats more because the Democrats were more hypocritical. They say they want to help out the minority group, the black community, but a lot of their policies hurt the black community more. Planned Parenthood, that hurt the black community more. The welfare, welfare hurt the black community the most because it stopped a lot of black fathers from actually taking responsibility for their child, and it got a lot of single black mothers on welfare, food stamps, government dependence. That's what you can see that's what they've been trying to do this past year. I mean last year in 2021 when the whole COVID-19 pandemic started, they didn't want you to go to work. They wanted you to stay at home and get paid and depend on the government for everything. They took that dumbass AOC told you, we don't want y'all to go back to work. Depend on us for everything, and that's wrong. That is deadly wrong. We can't depend on the government for everything. The government could give two craps about us. A lot of people need to start doing their own thing. They can't depend on another individual or a certain party or a certain government official to do the things for them. They had to start fighting they had to start doing things for themselves. Now, like I said, this is some of the things that Black History Month when I tell about Malcolm X. Malcolm X yes, he was a very big extremist, but he was right on a lot of things. He called out. He said, "You will vote for this guy, and you expect him to do something, and when he doesn't, you are flabbergasted. Like, hey, why'd you do this for us? Why'd you do it for us? I told you I would do it, but I ain't say I was gonna promise it." And now here we got Joe Biden in office and Kamala Harris, and what exactly are they going to do for the black community? I'm already seeing things right now. Joe Biden is trying to go back into freaking Iran deal about nukes. How is that going to help us? Y'all about to build more weapons of mass destruction because of what? What do y'all want to go to war so bad? Why do y'all want to go to war? A lot of people give crap about Trump, but Trump was a anti-war president. He did not want no wars. He got all these peace treaties in the Middle East, three to four Nobel Peace Prize nominations. But this guy was apparently the worst president ever. And now you got Joe Biden about to go back into that Iran deal. Why? Why do we keep giving this money to Iran? That money should be going to freaking the American people who paid all these taxes for the government. And what they do? They backstab us. I swear to God, this government can go to hell. Especially the Democrat Party. Now Republicans suck too because they let them do this. Now, what I say Republican Party would be better? Probably not, because George Bush was a freaking hack. He should not even been in that office. But yes, these are some of the things that Black History Month will not say by Malcolm X. He called out the Democrats. This is why people nationalize Martin Luther King more than Malcolm X, because Martin Luther King did not really call out any parties. Malcolm X did. And you know, he said if you're a black, Malcolm X said if you're a black Democrat and you vote for these guys all this time and they ain't do nothing, you a chump. That's it. Hey, we black conservatives have been saying this for a while now, but we get called coons, Uncle Toms. We racist to our own people. We wish we was white. Why is that the best argument y'all got? Instead of actually looking this stuff up, educating yourself. Why is that? Planned Parenthood was built was created to stop Negroes from repopulating, and guess what? They stopped. And guess what? Over 220,000 abortions from black women a year. The welfare system hurt this, and the freaking black family household is over 80% in poverty. No single parent households in black community is number one. Native Americans is number two. Democrat policies. Now, if the Democrats need to stop being so scary and tell people, hey, y'all need to actually there needs to be two parents in the household and not just one. A lot of these black rappers, actually a lot of these rappers need to stop telling black people to, you know, go out gang bang. You need to think about your financial situation. You need to worry about, you know, taking care of your child. But they don't do none of that. The majority of rappers is always about club hopping, twerking. You know, all that sexual stuff. You already know how it is. But yeah, man, Malcolm X was completely right about Democrats and Republicans. We need to start fighting for ourselves. We can't depend on this one party to fight for us. But guess what? That's what BLM did. They depended on this one party because they wanted to get Trump out of office. Now, look what's going to change. What's going to change? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Y'all expect this one party to change everything for y'all? Y'all crazy. If you guys like what I'm saying, like, comment, subscribe, share this video. I'll see y'all next one. Peace.